Hey guys, today we have a Lenovo g560, also known as the model number 0679. The problem with the laptop is that the power jack right here is loose and doesn't conduct electricity anymore. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you how to replace the jack, and we are at powerjackrepair.org. We replace the jacks for $100 total. So first of all, you need to remove the battery, and you just unscrew all the screws that are on the bottom here and here. So everything you see, all the screws you see, you have to unscrew them. So I will position the camera so you can see most of the screws better. So let's start with those four. Alright. Now, like that. Then we proceed with the next. For some reason the cover doesn't want to open up. Give me 1 second. It should be easily opened up on the bottom here, like that. Okay. Alright, and the jack is on this side, and this is the cable for the jack. So you just unplug it here, and you kind of push it inside, because that's where we're going to be unplugging it from. Here we unscrew the CD-ROM, and we pull out the CD-ROM like that. Okay. Now we unscrew the screws on the front right here, so one right there, one right here, one right here, right here, one right there. Okay. Alright, so now you wanna unplug this guy, and one right there. So guys, if you like the video, just leave a like below. Right here. Okay. I just want to unscrew, maybe there's a screw under the hard drive. So unscrew the hard drive, pull the hard drive forward. Push the hard drive forward, remove the hard drive. There's no screws here, but I just took it off just in case. Okay, now screw right here. Alright, so we got all the bottom screws out. Now you have to keep track of the screws, because the couple of screws, like the longer screws, they go right here and right there. So now we want to take the keyboard out, and the keyboard you have to slide something sharp between the tabs. Okay. doesn't go out as easily as usually it does. So here, let's try one more time. And you have to use a different tooling here. Let's see, where is my I mean, I put some tape on the end, so just in case I touch the screen, it wouldn't scratch the screen. So here. And what I want to do is I want to put a guitar pick under right here, so it would hold it while I am doing the rest of them. So here, for example, you know, there might be a screw on the bottom that holds it down. Might be. Might be the screw right there. So hold on 1 second. Let me just double check, don't unscrew it yet. Here. That might be the screw that holds the keyboard down. So, yep, that was it. So once you unscrew that screw, the keyboard comes out easily. So there is 1, 2, and 3 screws right here that hold it down. You unplug the cable right here, pull out the cable. Next you want to unplug the cable right there, and careful with that stuff. So it's better if you unplug it from this side like that and move it out like that. Next we go to the cable right here, unplug that, and unplug this one, and unplug this guy, like that, okay? Now we got 1 screw right there that we want to unscrew. Alright. And I think the clamp should come apart. There is 1 screw right there that's still holding it down. Alright. Comes apart. And something is holding it down there. I'm pretty sure it's that screw right here. Alright, maybe this one too. Alright. So let's see if it's gonna come apart. Yep, it comes apart. Alright, somebody was trying to screw around with it here before. You could see it by this tape right here. Yeah. Okay. Pull this guy out. Now a couple of things. Remove all the plastic that's cracked. Sometimes the hinges crack on those, so what you want to do is you want to tighten them just a little bit, because they kind of loose here. So just tighten those guys, tighten those guys here. Okay. And yeah. Now what we want to do is we want to put a new jack here, and once you put the new jack in, we want to cement it in place. Let me go find a new jack, and I'm gonna warm up the soldering gun, and I will show you how to desolder those guys. And with this jack particularly, the problem is the flat spring that goes in and out when you put the jack in. There is a spring that kind of springs outwards. and on this jack the spring itself is faulty. On your jack it might be that the cables in the back are faulty. So here, so the cables sometimes could just fall out, and here it's just easier to cut them instead of maybe just like, oh yeah, here they come apart. So yeah, the cables were bad too. Now what you want to do is you want to straighten out the cables like that, and you want to remove the magnet, this magnet, disregard the magnet, remove all the garbage that you see here. What you want to do next is spread the cables apart, remove this excessive tape. What you want to do next is you don't want to solder whatever remains of the cables. You want to cut them down to a fresh cable length. They should be exact, like that, and like that. And the problem here, the cables are kind of tiny, so you have to be really careful about stripping them. So you stripped one, you stripped another one, and the next thing to do is right here. Strip one, and then the other one. And the other one. So now that they're all stripped, you want to twist them together, and make sure you twist them together at the fattest point, so like that. Something just froze on the screen. So you twisted the two cables together. Make sure there is no dirt left on them. All right. And then what you want to do is you want to twist the two black cables together. All right. So now let me get the new jack. Alright, so here is a brand new jack. It's pretty much identical to this one. And what you want to do is you want to put the red wire through the hole in the back of the jack, like that. And what you want to do is you want to twist that wire around the back, right there. Okay. Same thing you want to do with the black wire. Push it through and just twist it on the other side, like that. Okay. All right. And all we have left to do is to add some solder to it. Now what we want to do next is modify the power supply as well. And, here, you're going to cut the wire. Then you want to strip the wiring like that. Alright. All the chemicals. Excuse me.
Все, прощай! Пока!
Alright, and that's pretty much how you replace the jack and the cable. The cables you pretty much always have to replace because they wear out pretty bad. Now I want to put some tape on it. Okay. Okay, now you want to put some heat shrink on top, like that, and basically use the gun to Alright, so if you like the video so far, again, give a like. It's not gonna cost you anything. So here, let's continue going through the repair. Remove all the dust. Okay. So here, let's get this guy here. Alright, so open this guy up, and as you can see, the problem here is this side right here is kind of loose. So what you want to do is you want to cement it in place but first of all you need to put a jack inside, and only after you put the jack inside, that's only when you have to cement it. Okay, so but before you do that, make sure all the cables are running perfectly aligned with the rest of it. So here you're gonna put the jack like that. Make sure nothing's touching anything. Right, so I put the jack the wrong way in, so I have to put it upside down, like that. Now when it's upside down, everything, the holes are meeting, or they're supposed to meet. Okay, and now the connection gonna be, the connection between the two, the plug and the jack, gonna be much better. Now thing to remember is that this plug can probably go all the way in there. So I am thinking that we might want to strip a little bit here in order for the plug to penetrate a little bit deeper. That would ensure a much better connection in the future. So let's I apologize, I'm so boring to watch, but I mean, this is not a comedy stand-up show. It's me doing my job all day, every day like that for the last 16 years. So yeah. There. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to remove excess plastic that's gonna prohibit the plug from getting farther in. The more farther in the plug can get, here we remove the plastic. Oops. Wonderful. And we want to remove this plastic even more, like that, and like that. Okay, and like that. Okay. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm expanding the hole a little bit so that the plug can get much deeper inside. I'm just expanding the hole itself. Okay, so yeah. Let's remove all the plastic stuff. Okay. Alright, let's see how well it's gonna connect. First of all, you have to check the polarity on the power supply to make sure you soldered everything correctly. Let's see. Yep, everything is correctly soldered. Now let's see how far in the plug can go. Yep, it goes like this far. Oh, looks good to me. I like it. Let's make sure the power comes out of the end. Like that. Oh, yep, the power comes out. Let's see if the power is still gonna come out, if it's gonna be slightly loose. Yep, the power still comes out. Okay. So, but guys, this is not it. I mean, we're not done here because the jack is still loose and the brackets are still loose. So what we need to do, we need to cement this whole thing in place. I will show you how you do that. Again, all heavy chemicals, they all really stink really bad. And here, just want to connect the the power jack so that it would be sitting on the other side. I want to make sure the cables are long enough. Plug in the jack right here. Okay. Alright. Okay. So it's all good, but let's cement it in place. And it's gonna stink really bad part of the job. So here, I want to make sure that the wires are kind of loose in the back, as long as they're not, as long as they're not hard, as long as they still can take some tolerance. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so give me a second. I'm gonna mix the cement in the chamber because it stings bad again. And I'm gonna put cement right here, right there, on top right here, so that the top can hold down the jack perfectly. Okay? Alright. Yeah. Maybe it's even better to put some cement inside right there. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put some cement right here a little bit, like right there, then put the jack on top of it, put some cement on this side, set cement on this side, and cement on top. Okay? So, alright, so let me get an exhaust here so I wouldn't be sniffing it. Like that. Like that. And like that. Power it up. Okay. Right, so make sure you connected those three cables. Let's connect the keyboard. Okay, close the screen, flip it over, put a couple of long screws, one right here and one right there. Like that, so here and here. Okay. And don't forget the tiny screw that holds the keyboard down right there. Okay. Plug in this cable right here. And then you plug in the hard drive and secure it with 2 screws. Just double checking to make sure they're fine. So here. Okay, again it was Lenovo g560, and I'm gonna put an extra screw right here is missing, and I'm gonna test the system tomorrow and it's gonna work just fine. Again, any questions, we are at powerjackrepair.org. Feel free to give us a call. Thanks so much. Have a good day.